Good day everyone. I'm going to show you today how to install fog lights on a 2013 Yaris or 3rd gen Yaris. They come pre-wired. Sorry about the noise. They come pre-wired from the factory. The lights already have wiring inside the bumper. It's just taped up. You just have to remove the tape and you can install the lights and plug them in. It's wired for H11 fog light bulbs. Inside, you can either buy the light switch from Toyota. It's like $160 that has the fog light controls on it. I chose to buy a $5 switch from the local hardware store, and I'll show you guys how to wire that up in a moment. First things first, hopefully you can see this. To get at the back of the fog light, there's two screws. One of them goes right here and one of them over here. Once you have these two screws out, you can pull this piece of plastic out of the way and you'll have access to the back of the fog light. Installation is pretty easy. You pop the plate out, you pop the blocking plate out where the hole in the bumper where the fog light sits, and then it's literally just one screw holding the fog light housing in place. Remove the tape from the wiring connector and plug it in. I have LED bulbs in mine. I paid 50 bucks for a set from a local hardware store. I'll show you the wiring inside. The whole installation should only take you about an hour or so. The thing that was the most complicated was getting this hole cut out of this blocking plate so that it sits in there nice and neatly. So inside the car there are 3 screws you have to remove to get the bottom of the clamshell off. There's a screw right there and a screw on the other side and one screw down here on the bottom. Take those 3 screws out and then you should be able to just squeeze the clamshell and it pops right out. Pretty easy. Okay, once you have that out, you can see the light switch. There's a brown wire and a green wire that you have to tap into. So you can use, I just use some crimp-on connectors and 2 new pieces of red wiring, but you can also use the kind that you squeeze together to tap into wires. That works fine. Once you've got your wires tapped in here, you can route them behind the dash to this little blocked off plate there. I didn't have any, I don't know what accessory sits here, but if you didn't want to do it there, you could maybe drill another hole here. I like to keep it looking factory, so I just did it like this. And it's literally just a 2 on off switch. There's no lighting or anything. I'm the only one that drives this car, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, and it sits there perfect. I will demonstrate what they look like when they're on. If you use the factory wiring, they'll turn off with the high beams just like they would if they were factory installed. So once they're on, once the car's on, you can't see right now because of the sunlight here. Once I turn the lights on, here, let me. Should I start it? Yeah, I'll start it. No, I can't start it without pushing the clutch in. So when you start it, the light for the fog lights will come on if you turn the lights on. You can turn on and off using the switch though. So right now they should be on. You can see they're on. I also have LED headlight bulbs, so they match. They look good. Turn it off. They turn off, but the headlights stay on. Turn them back on. Flick the high beams on. The high beams are now on, and the fog lights are off. So I think it would pass safety inspection, no problem, because they function exactly how they would from the factory. So again, tap into the green and brown wires, install your fog lights in the front bumper, and just plug them in. One note, if you're using LED bulbs like I did, you can actually reverse the polarity and they won't work. So if you plug them in and they don't work, flip the connector around, plug it back in, try it again, and hopefully they work for you. And that's it. Have a nice day.